The Infinity Nikki community is in turmoil following the disastrous 1.5 update, and players are taking a stand. What was supposed to be a bold leap forward instead became a painful misstep, marked by broken features, relentless bugs, and a deeply mishandled rollout. Reports of constant crashes, story retcon, login failures, and widespread technical issues flooded social media within hours of the patch dropping. To make matters worse, Infold has responded with little more than a single generic apology, while continuing to censor discussions by banning the word boycott. In response, players coined the term girlcott to protest and demand accountability. Across Reddit and Discord, it's clear the player base is shrinking and morale is plummeting. Even content creators are stepping away. Evie Gaming, a prominent figure in the community, publicly left Infold's creative program to stay true to her values. She made it clear that her decision was one of principle, an act of integrity and care for her community. At the heart of this crisis is a growing disconnect between Infold and its audience. Infinity Nikki is a live service product, and we, the players, are its customers. Yet instead of acknowledging our feedback and concerns, Infold has chosen silence and vague platitudes. It's not just how gacha games work. Successful live service titles survive because they respect their communities, listen to feedback, and test content before launch. A beta server, like those used in other popular gacha games, could have easily flagged the many glaring issues before they hit the live version. Instead, we received an update plagued by bugs, unstable mechanics, and untested systems like co-op mode and the Sea of Stars. Even the feedback survey Infold pushed out, a small opportunity for players to be heard, was so unstable it crashed for many users. This has only deepened the feeling that the company is not listening. Chinese players are pushing back even harder after discovering a nerf to the Crimson Feather's outfit's floating ability, an unannounced and unexplained change that directly affects gameplay. On top of this, reports have emerged that players are being double charged for purchases, yet are afraid to submit chargebacks out of fear they'll be banned. While some players are using chargebacks to express their frustration, it's important to understand that this is considered fraud and will likely result in a permanent account ban. Alarmingly, others have become so disillusioned that they're initiating chargebacks intentionally, no longer caring if they lose access to the game altogether. Some are even reporting negative in-game currency balances, erasing hours of progress and demoralizing dedicated fans. These issues are happening in silence. Infold has remained largely uncommunicative. What many believed was a brief pause due to China's Labor Day holiday is beginning to feel like intentional evasion. Day after day, players wait for meaningful dialogue. None comes. Despite all of this, many of us still love Infinity Nikki. We remember the magic of exploring Mirrorland, of bonding with Nikki and Momo, of being swept away in a world that was as heartfelt as it was beautiful. Developers currently scrambling to keep the game afloat have our full respect. Their hard work is visible, and we know the current state is not their fault, but they've clearly been left behind by upper management, who seemingly launched this half-baked patch before taking a vacation, likely expecting revenue to flow in while players struggled. We are not beta testers, we are not disposable, we are a passionate community who wants to see this game succeed, not just because of the pretty outfits, but because we believe in the story, the characters, and the world. Now is the time for Infold to remember what makes a game successful, not just content, but community. Our criticism stems from passion, our reviews, posts, and even protests are desperate calls to fix what is broken. Infold must take responsibility, communicate transparently, and restore what made Infinity Nikki special. This game still has a chance, but that window is closing quickly. Every day of silence deepens the divide and pushes loyal players further away. We're not asking for perfection, we're asking to be heard, respected, and treated like customers and community members we are. And as we go through this together, it's critical to remember not to turn against each other. The real issue lies with Infold's decisions, not with fellow players or creators. Be kind to one another, support one another, and stay focused on what matters, saving Mirrorland and preserving the heart of the game we all fell in love with.